Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Berserk reading episode, where last time we finished the Guardians of Desire. We read chapters 7 and 8, where, oh man, like it was brutal, it was gruesome. We had essentially that dimension open up with the Bailet, summoned the God Hand, and that whole interaction between the Count, Teresa, and the gang, only for essentially the Count to get taken away into an ocean of dark souls, Teresa to bear a murderous grudge against Guts. The God Hand leaves because they don't even consider Guts on their list of priorities. Especially good old Femto / Griffith, giving him his eagle eye, his hawk eye, and leaving, and then Guts walks away from Teresa, quite upset and emotional, actually showing some vulnerability. So we're going to be getting into the last chapter of this book, Deluxe Volume 1, and then I get to move on to Book 2. Finally, as we will be reading the first 3 chapters of the Golden Age. So the Golden Age arc, which the anime and the movies adapted that I have seen. But what I am excited about is the Black Swordsman arc. I only got to see the beginning of that in animation, and then the rest of it was just so brand new to me and exciting. And really captivating, and now I'm really excited to see what the Golden Age does in the manga that was maybe not done in the anime, or done differently. So I'm excited to get a fresh take on the Golden Age arc. There will be some familiarities that I can point out, but I'm so ready to jump in. And without further ado, let's get into the Golden Age. Chapter 1, where the first page, we are met with a huge, massive tree, hanging bodies from the top. So this is the very first page that we see, bodies rotting away on a dead tree, while a legion of horse, a tiny legion, small, comfortable-sized legion, a troop, not necessarily like a squad of horses galloping up, pointing out something. Hey, look! Only for what looks to be sitting below some feet dangling is tiny child, a tiny baby. Yeah, it is, because then we go into the double spread. We see a big wide shot with the child on the ground. And another thing, just for a refresher for you guys, is I specifically chose to not rewatch the anime because I wanted to read the manga. So I watched the Berserk anime, the 97 series, last year. It's not very fresh in my mind, so things that I should recognize from that, or might recognize from that, might slip my mind, just so you're aware. So I think, because I can't remember if we've seen something similar like this before, so just keep that in mind, that I'm mostly going to be looking upon this with fresh eyes. So let's have a look. Whoa, pretty grisly. Sis, wait. That be, how would you pronounce that? Sis? I'll just say Sis. SIS. Confederacy of Independent Systems. Wait. Woman drops down off the cart. Ooh. Poor girl. She's been acting funny since her miscarriage 3 days ago. That would have been your kid, right, Gambino? How the hell should I know? Right. I remember Gambino. Hey, sis. How long are you going to stay there like that? Snap out of it. That kid's dead already. Gets yanked back over and the child falls into the water. Ah! Oh, wow. Baby gasps for air and starts crying. To Gambino's surprise. Okay. So that would have been your kid, Gambino. So let me make sense of this, because what I'm gathering here is like this is the hangman's tree where we've got like rotting corpses and like bodies that have been here. The men are riding past. We can clearly see upon further review of this, of the double spread, is there is an umbilical cord hanging from, let's say the woman hanging from the tree and then the baby underneath. So if this soldier is saying that would have been your kid, the woman that's hanging from the tree would have been Gambino's, like wife, partner, whatever. But then this woman, Sis, had a miscarriage as well 3 days ago. So she's been acting funny. This is Guts, right? This kid. There would be no point otherwise. Does that mean... I don't know if that was ever mentioned in the anime that Guts was Gambino's kid. In my mind, because maybe I've forgotten, and this is one of those things that I might have forgotten about the stories, in my mind, he was sort of like an adoptive, sort of like role. I can't remember exactly. I just remember that there was like the nightmare scene where he's like, "You killed me." And there was like a flashback with this guy, but I can't remember the details, which is good. And that's all I want to, that's just what I want to communicate, is I'm fuzzy on the details, and now going forward, we're going to get those details again. I'll be able to fill that in, and I'm going to stop doing comparisons to what I am not remembering from before, because otherwise I'm just getting distracted. I just kind of want to set that expectation that I'm going to try and just look at this with completely fresh eyes. And take it on as new information, essentially. So, Gambino is Guts' father, from what I'm getting from this panel. Huh? Hey! That kid's alive! Under the dead body of its mother, the baby made its birthing cries, cradled in a mire of blood and afterbirth. Sis reaches out again and grabs the child. Hey, Sis. Oh, so she then rushes away from him, gets back into the car, and sits there with the child. Okay. You gonna allow that, Gambino? Hell if I care. She can do what she wants. I don't know about that. Yeah. What is it? It's a bad omen, isn't it? Picking up a kid at a place like this. Ha! You guys scared? Why, no. You've got to be kidding. Sheesh. It'll die anyway if we just leave him alone. Until then, let it be Sis's little toy to console her. Come on. Let's get out of here and stop jabbering about this crap. A bad omen, isn't it? As the horses in the carriage ride off away from the hangman's tree. Interesting. Check that out. It was Guts' fate to survive. The wheel of fate. The law of causality. "3 years later." Hold on, sis. Guts, get out of here. She's got the plague. If you get infected, it'll be the end of you too. There was like an explosion outside, revealing his face slightly. Oh god, her face. Guts. Where's Gambino? He won't come. He's in the middle of a siege. Shameful. You'd think a man would be with his woman in her dying moments. Okay, let's stuff something in between her teeth. So, Gambino and Sis are together. But Sis is like the adoptive mother of Guts because of her own miscarriage. What are you doing? Guts. 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 As the battle rages on, explosions knocking people off horseback outside. And 3 years later again. Jesus. They just rushing through this origin story. You get 3 years on 3 pages. And then you go 3 years later once again. So that sort of like explosion then takes him right back into another flash forward 3 years later. Siege of a castle. We got like horses carrying cannons. Battle happening. I can see Gambino here in the middle. And then fucking child Guts. Yo, Guts! A spear! Give me a spear! He looks the same as he did 3 years ago. Except with, you know, he's got a belt now. He's got a fancy belt. Come on! Don't just sit there! Gambino grabs the spear from him. Impales a dude on horseback. Guts looking in shock. As it gets thrown on top of him. The intestine coming out of the armor. That dude's dead. Ah! Jesus. And Gambino just smacks Guts in the mouth. Don't move so slow. You trying to get me killed? God damn it. Who the hell do you think feeds you? Well, I think we know why Guts is such a hard ass. I think this is really interesting, as this is like where the story of the Black Swordsman arc ends, and where the Golden Age begins. Is we get through the Black Swordsman arc, we get to a point where we see this very upset, like, visible emotion on his face after this scene between him and Teresa. Which is probably like the reader at that point is like, what is this guy's deal? Why is he so like arrogant and rude and cold? Like, he's got his walls up, but then we can see these moments where he breaks a little bit. He's got these emotional moments. What's the deal there? And then they just go, okay, cool, let's go back to Guts' birth and his childhood, and let's find those answers, right? Let's tell you why Guts is the way that Guts is with rough childhood time, you know? Getting smacked in the face with a spear. If I die, you'll end up a corpse on the side of the road. Hey, they're coming! Attack! What are you looking at? You got a problem? I'll throw you out right now. Right on the battlefield. That bitch sis sure picked up a pesky little bastard. Guts nurses his wounds. Okay, time has passed once again. Except it doesn't state a time. So this one is probably not 3 years later. It goes 3 years later once again. But this looks like same time period, maybe after the battle has been completed. And sparring in the campgrounds. Guts and Gambino. Let's go! Come on! Come on! Is that all you've got? Guts swings and misses. Gambino knees him in the stomach. Come on, we're not dancing here. Gambino, you're going too far. You can't expect to teach sword fighting to a 6-year-old kid. You can't expect to keep on eating free meals forever. We're mercenaries after all. Mercenaries. He's got to earn his own bread around here. That's fine, but Guts, why don't you use a sword more your size? No! Oh, he's a pig-headed little guy. We don't keep children's weapons around here. And then Guts, in a stance that we've seen before, but much older, charges at him, sword over the shoulder, and gets a hit. No good! No good! Use your hips more, your hips! Not enough projection. Go! Go get him, kid! Don't hold back. There! Landing a few blows on Guts, getting a couple of cuts going. Ooh! Holy shit. Guts gets a lucky blow. He finds an opening, stamps his sword right upwards, gets Gambino on the cheek. Realizes what he's done. Instantly, it's kind of like, there's like a face of regret of like, holy shit. You runt! And then I'm just trying to see, he smacks his right arm away, getting Guts right over the bridge of his nose. Gambino! Hey! You're going too far. He's just a kid. Jesus, man. Gambino's got a bit of an ego problem. It's like, you're training the dude to be a good fighter, right? He gets a hit on you because he found an opening. And then you're going to do that to him. Careful with him. Careful. It's an awful cut. All the way to the bone. That was a bit childish, wasn't it? Gambino, sir. Childish Gambino. Yeah. I guess I pushed him a little too hard. And he's smiling about it. Is he smiling about it? I don't know what that face is. Burning. So hot. My face feels like it's on fire. My nose, clogged with blood. My head, so heavy. I can't breathe. How long does he plan to keep the kid anyway? Did you hear where the kid came from? Yeah, I heard he was born from a corpse. For people in our line of work who put our lives at risk, he's a bad omen. He'll bring us bad luck. I bet it's his fault that Sis died of the plague. Far out. That's not what you wanna. It's not what you wanna overhear as a 6-year-old child. Guts reaches for his sword and cuddles it to sleep. And it looks like at sunrise, Guts is out training. 98, 99, 100. Rests the sword in the ground, exhausted and out of breath. When I'm swinging this sword, I don't have to think about anything. Got the burns from the sword hilt. You sure are taking a long time to draw water. Gambino. Here. Huh? It's medicine. Rub it on your wounds. Huh? Gambino. Thank you. Hurry up and get the food ready. Tough love from the distant father. You see how the symbol on Guts's belt can just be rotated 45 degrees? No, rotated 90 degrees, sorry. And then it'll just be the brand of sacrifice. He's got a horizontal brand of sacrifice on his belt. Almost. Rubbing it on his wounds. Ow! Perhaps it was for no other reason than to soothe his guilty conscience. 3 years later, again, 9 years old, another siege and a battle at a castle. Big wide shot. Cannon fire, bringing down walls, ladders going up like Helm's Deep. Castle gates exploding. Alright guys, let's go to work. Wow. To the swift go the spoils. And we've got Guts, 9 years old at this point. Actually dressed up in some armor this time. Let's make some money! That cut across his nose. Don't overexert yourself, kid. Just do what's needed, because if you die, you lose everything. Hey, Guts! It's your first battle. Work hard. Charge! A huge double spread as the army rushes forward to attack. Guts right in the thick of it too. There's a lot of panting out of breath while this huge battle takes place. Swords clashing, Guts right in the middle. Swords flailing everywhere, all of the speed and movement lines. Oh. Oh shit. Guts takes a hit to the head. Helmet taken off. But then he shoves the sword like, into the dude's, right into the dude's throat. Falls backwards onto the ground. Oh man. Smacked right in the back. With a fucking double ball and chain. This is interesting. This guy is using the same weapon and the same shield as the dude from the previous arc. The dude who said he was better than Zondark, and then Guts just eviscerated him easily. So they got the same weaponry. But then Gambino puts a sword right in the back of his throat, so it's definitely not the same person. Just similar gear. Gambino! Watch your back. This isn't sword practice. After you've killed one, move on. Come on, hurry up. Work! Work! Now they rush in through the gates, and again, the battle comes to a close. Everyone's lining up now, getting paid. Next! Gambino! What do you want? Here. Gives him the bag of coin. He jingles through the bag. Here you go. Passes him a share of the money. Pocket change for Son doing his chores, you know, just your casual everyday chore, just doing a siege of a castle. Well, keep it up. I will. Ha! Interesting. So by him being tough, like sort of meeting Gambino's toughness, he's getting like some sort of respect from Gambino, slightly. And he keeps the coin. There he goes, he's walking on through. Gambino. What? Something I can do for you, Donovan? Donovan's a big boy. Interesting. Something I can do for you, Donovan. And just looks. And we have Guts. Cold in his tent. Whenever it gets to be this time, I can't stop shaking. But you need to wear some... You're sleeping naked. Put some clothes on. Get rugged up warm. Tent flap opens. Donovan? What the fuck does Donovan want? Jesus, what the fuck? Donovan steps in. Guts goes to grab his sword. Donovan fucking pins him down. What the fuck does Donovan want? He's just gonna, like, beat the shit out of him for some reason? Like, why? It's the end of Golden Age, Chapter 1. Let's find out what happens. Immediately, you get greeted to some lovely cover art in this deluxe edition, by the way. You get, like, the textless versions of the original volumes, which is really cool. So that's the end of Volume 3. That's the end of Volume 3. The end of the deluxe edition. You get these on, like, each thing as well. It's very nice. It's cool. It's a very, very nice book. Would recommend. Great size. And then I get to move into Volume 2, which is so exciting. Which is so exciting. Volume 2. To find out what the hell is going on here. So, cover for volume 4. Should be starting with the Golden Age Chapter 2, and Volume 4 actually covers more chapters now. Something that was mentioned in a comment in an earlier video is the chapters will start getting shorter now, and I think they get even shorter after the Golden Age, so we'll be able to continue with, like, more chapters per episode type deal. At the moment, I've been aiming for, like, sort of like a comfortable amount that will get me about, like, an hour's worth of reading. We'll see how long we get with chapters 2 and 3 of the Golden Age that we work through. It depends how invested I get in discussing the story and reacting to it. So this one might end up being a longer one, but we will see how we go. We'll jump right into the Golden Age chapter 2 now and continue on from Donovan pinning down Guts. So it's quiet. It's nighttime. Huh? Quit struggling. I ain't here to eat you. Come on. Relax and it'll be over soon. Happens all the time in armies. Oh man, don't tell me he's gonna fucking... Guts does struggle. Elbows him right in the face. Ugh. Kicks him back. Goes to grab the sword. Donovan fucking kicks him right in the gut. Kicks him in the guts. He gets knocked back into a chest. Damn kid. Fights like a wildcat. He ran this by Gambino. Because he, last chapter, is like Gambino, what do you want? Like, he's not sneaking into doing this shit. He fucking ran it by Gambino. Which is disgusting. Yeah, what the fuck? Enough of your wriggling. I paid Gambino good money. Huh? I bought you for the night. Paid Gambino 3 silver coins. Gambino sold your ass out. No. That's a lie. That's a pretty fucking confronting way to start the volume and to show us what Guts went through in his childhood, as the next morning, like not even in the night, like it's the next day, Donovan walks out of the tent. Man, that's fucking... Dude. Like, what the... Oh, my God. You just feel for that kid, man. That's fucking horrific. See why whenever someone touches Guts, he's always just like, don't touch me! And it makes sense as to why. Next morning, Gambino shaving. He cut himself. Guts? Go on and make breakfast. Feed the chickens too. Is Gambino completely oblivious? Or what, man? What? You want to do sword practice this early? Sorry, but I got a hangover. Do it someplace else. Sword practice right through his heart, man, with that sword. You mean Gambino doesn't know about last night? Get a move on. He doesn't know? Maybe Donovan asked him for something else and then still snuck around. Gambino. He can't even bring himself to mention it. Never mind. And out of anger, slashes right through the water barrel. Like, how does a fucking 9-year-old kid even know how to talk about something like this, right? Like, to approach it. How do they even know what the fuck just happened? Sure are a lot of them. Don't let it scare you. They just got beaten. Morale's down low. Now listen up. Our sponsors' orders that have hit them so hard they'll never even think of forming another army. Of course, we agreed that all plunder becomes ours. As always, to the swift go the spoils. Guts and Donovan being like, pretty much like, next to each other in the field as well. Charge! And we have another double spread of this battle with horses galloping and another battle taking place. So we're getting a lot more action between people, especially like mercenary bands during the Golden Age. And Guts was just raised in battle. Donovan cleaning up shop. Where do you think you're going? As he starts chasing people down in the woods. Oh, good. This is what I like to see. He literally chops both eyeballs out of that dude's face. But then we witness a crossbow bolt go right in his chest from behind. Good. This is what I was hoping. I was hoping it wouldn't just be just a random soldier. This is what I want to fucking see. Guts on horseback, taking that shot. He's going to get real good with that crossbow later. Guts, you little... Shoots him right in the fucking mouth. I'm so glad that they gave us Guts' revenge on Donovan immediately. I needed, like, that instant gratification. Like, I would hate to have to go through, like, this big story arc with them constantly, like, with him holding this shit over his head over what he just did to him and scarred and traumatized this fucking child. It's disgusting. Now, Guts stands over Donovan. Say it. Say it again. Who sold me out? Say it! I dare you to say it! Puts the sword right in his mouth and finishes the job because he goes to say, he tries to say it. He goes, Gam, and like coughs on his blood, shoves it down. So even at this point when he was held at like at sword point, was going to say Gambino. So either Gambino is just playing really dumb or Donovan's lying. Neither of these are good outcomes. Guts staggers on backwards, leaning up against the tree before needing to get back on horseback and moving on. Instant revenge, dude. Instant revenge. I'm glad. It doesn't make up for what he did, and it's certainly not going to fix Guts' trauma, but it's certainly, for the reader at least, very satisfying. Charge! Just one more push. Huge amounts of cannon fire. Guts looks behind him. Is this Gambino that's just taken a blow? Gambino! Yeah. Gambino's on the ground. Oh, wow. And now we go post-battle once again. Yeah. He lost a lot of blood, but I managed to save him. Come on, he managed to last through the battle like this. It ain't like he died that easy. Still, with that leg, I expect he'll never fight again. Chances are, we've got to think about what to do. And about a new leader. I say Duncan for now. As Guts sits by Gambino's side, right? Couldn't even imagine what is going through Guts' mind right now, but I think we're about to explore that. You've always acted superior to me. High and mighty, selfish, cold, always smiling like you were looking down your nose at other people. Interestingly enough, that's kind of what Guts is doing during the Black Swordsman arc, though. Or at least he's trying to have that persona. Wait. Don't die on me, sis. I'm on my way back. That ain't you. It don't sound like you at all. Gambino. Wow, so in these moments he's thinking of Sis, who died while he was at battle. 2 years later instead, so 11-year-old Guts charging right on in to another battle against these beautifully detailed knights. I love their armor. So good. Guts taking no crap from this dude. Much sword fighting. Cuts him right across the throat. Watching that blood splatter across the panels. Then he runs on back. Gambino! Post-battle, once again. Good dog. Gambino, look at this. I killed the enemy general. I won the reward for it. This much should get you plenty of wine and women. Meat? Huh? You know, meat. For the dog. Oh. What's wrong? Hurry and get it. Hurry and get it! Smacks him across the face. Oh man, Gambino's gonna be carrying a whole bunch of resentment for Guts right now, because Guts is talented, he's skilled, he's able-bodied, and he's winning battles, while Gambino has to sit there legless, not able to command an army anymore. He's gonna hold a grudge against the younger generation, like his son essentially, that's going to surpass him, and already kind of has surpassed him at this current point in time in terms of like what he can do right now. And Guts will go and get some meat. Go get some. Bah. He kicks the dog as well. This dude. There's Big Bad Gambino up on his hill. We should all be so lucky. Hey, say that again. Go on, say it again. No, we didn't really. Hey, Gambino, don't get worked up. It was a joke. A joke. A joke. And why don't we see how sharp your wit is? I don't care if there's two of you. If you ain't brave enough to fight a wounded man, I don't want to hear any of your crap. Gambino is not happy, and neither is Guts. Guts throws the money. Starts wrecking the place, getting his sword stuck in the support of the tent. And sits down in his lap. Some time passes and it's currently raining. I should stop thinking about it. Right now, all I need to think about is surviving tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll kill lots of enemies again. Earn lots of money. And as the thunder and lightning light up the place, to Guts' surprise, I can tell that's already the silhouette of Gambino by one of the legs missing. Is like fucking berserker mode looking Gambino right there. Look at that. Looks lifeless, like possessed. Waking up Guts, who now sleeps with clothes on at 11 years old, so he's not cold anymore. And Gambino's going straight for the kill. See, this is the thing. This is so obvious that this was going to happen, and I'm pretty sure this is something that I remember, because this is how Gambino goes. Gambino, what are you? He looks fucked. Gambino, he's drunk? It was so careless of me. Things are like this because I let you stay here. I figured you'd just die before long. Puny little runt. Shouldn't have even have been alive anyway. Sis, the one who picked you up, died. But what happened? Then I lost a leg and had to quit as leader. Too stupid even for a joke. What the hell have you got against me? Giving me evil for good? Gambino, what have you got against me, huh? You're a devil's child, Guts. A cursed kid who's nothing but bad luck. You should have died on that day 11 years ago beneath your mother's corpse. Now, is Guts going to confront him about the Donovan thing, or is he just going to just not? You should have died. Sword gets swung once again. Guts quickly dodges. Guts desperately grabs his own sword to block the next blow, getting chucked right into the table. Standing beneath Gambino. I'll let you in on something. You remember what happened the night of your first battle? Donovan bought you for 3 silver coins. I'm the one he paid. So he admits to it. No. Why? Why? Because I was sick of you, that's why. You killed Sis, and then you followed me around like some lonely puppy. Why? Why? Fuck. And then they both lunge at each other. And from the last panel, the ending of Golden Age Chapter 2, there is a clear winner here. What's really interesting about this panel is we can see that Guts has gone right through Gambino's throat, but the sword is like so dangerously close to like Guts's face. It makes me wonder if people who were reading this for the first time without any anime whatsoever might have thought that this could be the part where Guts loses his right eye in the Black Swordsman arc. Alright? Because way back when, in all these chapters, we've got Guts chilling out with only one eye. Obviously we know how that happens, but yeah, it's interesting seeing this panel being like, there might be people who would look at this shot and be like, dude, is this how Guts loses his eye in the battle against Gambino, his own father? It's even like foreshadowed on the last panel, where it shows like the shadow of Gambino's face, and you can only see one eye. But yeah, that is the end of Golden Age Chapter 2, where we just get some fucking horrific backstory for Guts' upbringing, and we will now go into Chapter 3 of the Golden Age. We can see on this the very last panel, there is one more panel to show of a tearful yet angry Guts with both his eyes. So no, I was getting ahead of myself there. He has both of his eyes intact on this last panel, but I was thinking like maybe if they're reading that, they would see that. All right, we're gonna get into Chapter 3 and read that one. Just take a quick little drink break, and then we will get started. All right, so we will now proceed with Chapter 3 of the Golden Age, where we've got Guts with his helmet on the front page, and we will continue our cliffhanger from last chapter, which is Gambino and Guts both taking a strike at each other, but Guts successfully landing the blow. You killed Sis. That's gonna be his final words as he slides down the blade on top of Guts. Is that you killed Sis? The lamp that was burning is now on the ground, sets fire to the tent. Guts stands there, or lies there, totally in shock. He's kind of still processing everything. He's just murdered his father. As he lies dead on the floor. Gambino? A tent's on fire! Night raid? It's Guts' tent! Guts. I hate this, by the way. I hate that this happened. Because it's like, Guts is not in a stable emotional position to be able to just be like, oh yeah, like he tried to kill me. And also he sold me to Donovan for a night. Like, he's not really in a state. Yeah. It's like, whoa. What the hell's going on here? Did you kill him, Guts? Damn you. Answer me. Then Guts freaks out. Takes the swing right on his arm. blood gushing out. You little creep! Wait a sec, I didn't... And by this point it's too late. By this point it's too late. There's no talking your way out of this one. He rushes out of the tent as fast as he can while the tent burns down. Why? Why is this happening? He's so tiny as he jumps on the back of the horse and makes his escape. What's going on? What? A night raid? Gambino. Gambino was murdered. Say what? It was Guts. Guts went and killed Gambino. You're kidding. What the hell? No, it's true. This is the thanks that bastard gave him after living under his roof for some 10 years. Think about it. Gambino was practically a father to him. And he damn well slaughtered him. He's a father killer. But why? He looked after him, didn't he? Guess it was too much of a burden. Gambino with his injury. Anyway, men who kill their fellows get hanged. We can't let him go. We shouldn't have ever picked him up. 11 years ago under that tree. He's an evil omen. A cursed kid who's nothing but bad luck. As he continues to gallop away. These detailed shots are incredible. I love the close-ups and how good they look. Sprinting after him, shooting their crossbow bolts as Guts nears the cliff edge. One goes straight through into his right shoulder. Falls off the horse. Whoa, whoa! Did you get him? Yeah, I saw him jerk. Any case, ain't no way he lived from this high up. But Gambino can't rest in peace now. Of course, if this truly is a cursed child, he's going to live. I can't move. It's like it's not even my own body. Staring up at the starry night sky. Wow, there you go, literally. Double spread of staring up at the cold, starry night sky. Look at that crossbow bolt coming out through the other side. As the wind blows. Begins to twitch and stand up, finally. I'm cold. I lost too much blood while I was out. 2 broken ribs. Where am I going anyway? Would have been easier just to lie there and die like that. There'd be nothing anymore. Here there's only bad stuff. So, where? Wow. Pack of wolves, huh? And they're hungry. They're howling. They're charging. It's over. Over. This is it. Oh wow. Fucking hell. As it leaps to go straight for his head, sword impales the wolf. Eh? Taken down onto the ground. Somehow able to get the sword out from under the dog and then shove it right through another one. So all the other ones growl at him from a distance. Teary-eyed, broken guts, struggling to stand up. It's like he's got an instinct for his swings, almost, right? As another one jumps. He spins around with his sword, taking out another one. Screaming. As he continues to take out even more, just... oh, like... taking the snout off. Slaughtering the pack of wolves that has attacked him as he stands there. Almost completely broken. The wolves flinch and scurry away as Guts then loses consciousness and passes out onto the floor, muttering the words, Gambino. As what looks like a convoy approaches from the distance to a passed out Guts. Hey, look, he's just a kid. Is he alive? Yeah, but he's in pretty bad shape. Did he kill all these wolves? No way. Either way, he's got good luck. Getting found by us in the middle of the wilderness. Good luck? With mercenaries like us? Oh yeah. Angus was saying he needed another man in his squad. Still though, what happened? An arrow wound? Who knows? Maybe he's a runaway slave. World's a strange place. Gambino. Guts just having the thoughts of Gambino as he gets taken away. 4 years later. So we go in a succession of 3 years, from 3 till 6 till 9, then 2 years later to 11, and then 4 years later to 15. They could have just done 3 and 3 the whole way, just in a sequence of 3 years. They could have had him be 12 and then do 3 years later to 15. Another battle, another siege. There's just like, on all of these double spreads that we've seen, it's just an insane amount of detail on these battles, right? Like, even in the distance, they're still like detailed enough to like make them out. There's no like lack of there. You can see like the siege machine in the background all the way down the back there. You can see them still climbing up the ladder over there. Like, there's even like above the door like a sigil, like a crest on there. There's just like incredible detailing here, like the rubble in the walls being broken, just all of the shading, like the focus up in this corner is so good, and then there's just still great details out the back. It's like, it's just amazing. So 4 years later, battering ram brings down the main doors. You got the giving me Minas Tirith vibes. As they charge through the gate. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. Make your way through! Whoever brings me the general's head gets all the reward he wants. Yeah, general with pointy helmet and little pencil-thin moustache. Oh god, just watch that dude's jaw just get completely disconnected from his face. Everyone's getting eviscerated through these gates. Yes! Bazuzo! Yep, it's Bazuzo time. we're in this time period. Oh man, we're now here. So 15-year-old Guts. Just doing his mercenary work. It's Bazuzo, the Grey Knight! Bazuzo! Who just literally took the man's face off from bottom of the jaw upwards. You mean the Bazuzo who killed 30 men at once? I heard he killed a bear unarmed. What happened to the archers? They're still outside the castle gate. No one's gonna get past me. Anyone who wants their head smashed in, step right up. What are you waiting for? Defeat him and make yourself famous. You call yourselves knights? Charge! Easy for him to say. I'm just a merc. Let him do it himself. Unbelievable. Oh? Here's our boy. Here's our jaded, cold, traumatized boy. Check that outfit out. Look at that introduction. That helmet's so good, even though it's not going to last. Damn, there's just like an incredible, an incredible amount of shading work that gets done here on this armor that just looks so good. It just looks so good. Who's that? Looks like a merc. Pretty young. Hey, look at that sword. Such a cool pose, god damn it. Good grief. It's downright huge. Is that kid gonna swing that long thing around? Little punk's showing off. The fool's gonna get himself killed. Lad, are you saying you'll defeat Bezuzo? How much? What? For Metalhead here. The 30-man killer or whatever. I'm a merc. I'm like you knights. I can't live on glory. I get paid. Got it? Very well. In the event you manage to kill him, I'll give you 5 pieces of gold. 10. 7! And not one more. Oh well. Bah. You'll regret this, kid. Getting your head knocked off for 7 gold coins. A greenhorn brat like you on the battlefield must mean your side is running out of proper soldiers. Or are they cowards who hide in the shadows of children? Wow, without even missing a beat, Gus is just like, phew, charges with that sword. What? Dude, look at that. He just slams that sword down. Just looking at all of his arms in different positions, all of the speed lines, just going for it. So fast. How can he attack that fast? I love how the movement is drawn on just one panel. Like seeing the arms in different positions, all of their crazy speed lines. That's awesome. Look! Bezuzo's being pushed back! Oh god! He just like, slams it down. Oh yes, because this is the blow that cracks the axe. What the? And then yeah, this is the shot. This looks incredible how this is drawn. So much movement. Bezuzo goes to swing his broken axe into the helmet. The axe shatters, much to his surprise, as Guts lands a perfect blow right to the side of the body. Oh. Bringing Bezuzo right down to his knees. Wow. We're seeing that Black Swordsman level Guts, like the silhouette with only one eye. As he... Wait! Brings that sword right down, cutting Bezuzo's head right through the helmet in half. You know, as much as I go like, damn man, I would love to see like the Count versus Guts in animation and all that kind of stuff. What's really fascinating here is because I have seen this exact fight in the anime and watching it being drawn out frame by frame in all of these panels, like I can see all of these movements so clearly, and how they're drawn is like you're very invested in the action. You feel every blow, you feel these strikes, you feel all of the movement, and it's an incredible sense of like direction and flow in the artwork. So good. He pulls the sword out. Phew. And that is the end of the Golden Age Chapter 3 right there, with Guts standing victorious over the caved in head of Bezuzo. So we just went through all of Guts' backstory, which is absolutely tragic, and it says a lot, and it fucking sucks. Like, this man deserves some peace. He's brought into this world and it's just constant suffering. I hate, not hate in a negative way that it's bad, but I hate the events that have happened to him, because they are like, I can see why, and it's no laughing matter. It's nothing to make light of. It's all incredibly serious, and it really does shape him as this very tragic character. I just want him to be happy. But alas, we have reached the end of the Golden Age Chapter 3, with our last panel being him standing with his fancy clothing. We've still got that same belt. And with that one, guys, we will bring this episode to a close with my fancy ribbon. Fancy ribbon to mark my progress as we started lovely deluxe edition volume 2 of Berserk. So guys, thank you so much for reading or listening along with me as we go through Berserk, as we finally entered the Golden Age. Yeah, this is a fantastic start. So we're getting a pretty much what we've already been shown, what I've already been shown in the anime at this point. What to expect is we'll probably see Guts being introduced to Band of the Hawk next episode, right? Next chapter, because that's what happened in the anime. But we'll see. I do remember in the anime that the Band of the Hawk and Griffith, especially, they were actually observing that fight in the anime, but not pictured yet, not yet revealed. So maybe they don't yet show up. Maybe we'll see them later. Maybe there might be an event that happens beforehand, before we see them. But that will come next in our next chapters of the Golden Age. Now, because we are in Volume 4, and Volume 4 gives us the most chapters so far in a volume. It gives us 5 chapters. It looks like next time we will be reading chapters 4, 5, and 6. So a nice healthy 3 chapters of Golden Age this time, and another 3 next time. This time and next time to see what happens. A lot can happen in 3 chapters. We just got all of Guts' origin and childhood up to being a teenager, 15 years of age, where he just takes out Bezuzo, no sweat. So I can't wait to see what lies for me in the next 3 chapters, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you then.